Welcome to the small town of Hollyville. My name is Lainey, and I'm here to show you the rope. Looking around is pretty easy. You can use the right mouse or the keyboard's cursor, or W, A, S, and D keys. You can also zoom in and out using the mouse wheel or the R and F keys. In front of you, there is a small grid upon which you can place buildings. Those buildings are determined by a series of that will do nicely. At the top here is the next card in your build list. On the card is a small 3x3 grid with a building icon in the middle. This displays the building's effect on its adjacent tiles. Blue squares represent +1 point. With a card selected, you can now place it. Notice how the blue highlights represent the area effect as displayed on the card. Let's put the school here. You'll notice there are now some plus score markers on the empty tiles that were affected by the school. If we place point-collecting buildings on those positive scoring tiles, we'll get points. It just so happens the next card in your build list is a houses card. Notice how it tells you on the... So let's get some points. We now have 1 point due to the combination of the school's area effect and the house. We have a target to reach for each column. Currently, that target is 2. You can see your current target right here in the top. In order to fulfill that target for each column, we need to use a combination. Next up, we have a car wash. This card also has some red squares, but crucially, it has positive effects in the places we need right now to bring our house up to 2. Select and place the car wash so that our house is given another point. We now have 2 points in the first column thanks to our house, school, and car. Also notice how the red negative area effect from the car wash canceled out one of the points from the school. Now the first column is complete. Look what happens. See that? The column has been cleared. That means you bank the points from that column, which are then multiplied. It also means you get a new empty column to build in here on the right. The immediate aim of the game is always to clear the first column, but those are the basics. But let me show you what happens if you forget to place a point-collecting building in a column. Fill this column with the following non-point collect. If any building area effects spill off the side of the grid, they will have no effect. You can use this. Now we have no point collecting buildings in this column. This will likely, and not just because we have a brewery and factory next to a school with no means of collecting points, therefore it's just going to sit there. Once the first column is filled, you'll notice this little button flashing at you. All we have to do is click it to force clear. However, force clearing isn't free, it costs you 1 life. You can see how many lives you have left here. Make sure you use your lives sparingly. Once you run out, you'll fail the level. Now see if you can complete past this column here using the next batch of buildings. you're ready for the next challenge. Since you did such a good job at Hollyville, well, apart from the whole school, factory, brewery debacle, which was I've hired you to develop in the county of Luther Fields, a small commuter town. You know what to do, just a few small differences this time. You now have 2 times as many build slots. Oh, the excitement! Us government employees, I've also thrown some new buildings in. This is a green. Yes, the card is yellow, get used to it. It's one of my favorite entry-level cards. It lets you choose a tile around it to give +1 to. Super useful! All you have to do with the green is place it where you want as normal. Some blue icons will then appear, just select where you want to apply the buff. Easy! If you decide to cancel the placement after you have... If you ever get confused about what a card does, you need to develop the land without running out of lives. This bar here shows you how close you are from completion. It will fill with blueness as you clear column. One more thing. The column target is now set at 3. Nothing you can't handle, right? Good. I'm going back to City Hall. I've got so much paperwork to do with the coming election. Catch you later. What all you have to do with the green is just select. If you decide to cancel the play, if you ever get confused about, you need to one the. Excellent! Did you hear the news? Caribou City has a new mayor, some guy called Selfridge. Can't wait to meet, but welcome to Grapefruit District. So it's a perfect... Up until now, you've been using a preset selection of cards. You always start the game with 12. You can tell a card's level by the colored triangle in the top right. This gray-pink color represents a basic level card. Remember, you can always right-click on a card at any time to find more details about it, including its level. There are some other numbers here too. Let's start. This number is the card's expenditure cost. When you play this card, the number here gets added to this when this bar fills up due to accumulation. So that makes everything harder since in other words, high expenditure cost. But seeing as almost every building has an this other number in yellow here is a bit more positive. This is the card's economy point. In a similar fashion, this number gets added. I'll show you what happens when the economy bar fills. You get one every time the yellow bar fills to its maximum. We can spin this on a new card to add to our deck. Look, a new button. This button opens the card shop, and that's exactly... Good choice. That should keep you going for a little while. Welcome to Randolph, aka Suburbia. I've got a new card to show you, but to demonstrate, I need you to build a city block. You may have noticed already that if you place buildings of the same color next to each other, they group together. We've got a few houses here. They are all of the residential class. By default, the maximum block size is 4 buildings, but you may place the 3 houses in a row here. This next card is special because it can give 1 point to each building on the block. Like the green, however, you can only choose blocks so select the community hall and place it on a tile next to the residential block. Magic! Buildings that affect entire blocks can be really powerful. There's something else I need to make you aware. Up until now, you've only used cards Some cards, however, are one use only. These cards, you can tell if a card is cycled in your deck repeatedly or a one-shot card by the icon in the top left. Look for the circle. As you can see here, the houses card, that means when you've played all the cards in your deck. The duplex, on the other hand, once you've played it, to make up for the fact it's one use only, you have a duplex available now, so you could put it on one of these tiles. The duplex gives +2 points to itself due to its special, but placing it here will also make it join your existing residential, or you can place it further out to help you clear a future column. It's your call. Rick. You. Hello, and welcome to the beautiful Cider Rapids. What is...
Hello there! I'm Rick. Do you like the roller coaster? Just unless you're feeling adventurous. In which case, Godspeed to you.
What the?
You must be Lainey Thompson.
Where did you find the room in the budget for this?
Lainey, I don't want the city to worry, so that's why we don't have any. Look at this.
Those are clearly minus figures.
Oh. My printer is out of color ink again? You wouldn't think that printing out 100 colored birthday hats would take that. Marie! Marie!
Who's... Where are you going? We're not... He's gone. I know this isn't your fault. That.
I see you've discovered Asthmatown.
That's...
A housing estate surrounding a chemical plant, I know. I thought the plant might be a really cool building to do paintball, but then they told me we couldn't. Oh my. that over there? That's my. It's a school surrounded by prisons. So everyone's a winner.
Another chemical plant?
Oh yeah, just one.
Everyone. Hello.
You wouldn't.
He's.
I see.
That's.
Housing is. I thought the plant might be a real. But then they told me we could. Oh, wow. See that over there? It's a.
Another chemical?
Oh yeah.
Everyone's.
water treatment world.
Enough! Mr. Mayor, I'm begging you to stop this.